Welcome to the final. It is the final game of the weekend, and Beau Greaves is in her first final of the weekend. Robyn Byrne is 2, but only 1 will survive and have that title to go home with. Greaves looking for a 34th Women's Series title, and Robyn Byrne going for something in the region of 10% of that. Just goes to show the ludicrous nature of the dominance of Greaves over the last few seasons. But Abigail Davis is with us for this final alongside myself, Paul Nicholson. The final game, and it could be one of the best.
Yeah, it really could. Their 16th meeting overall.
It's Robyn for the bullseye.
And the head-to-head is 13-2, sorry, in favour of Beau Greaves. But really interestingly, this is the 4th time they've met in the final of a women's series event. Beau Greaves has won all 3 of the previous. They did also meet in the final of the Girls' World Masters back in 2014. That's how long these two have been competing against each other.
To throw first.
And if you look at their numbers in the build-up to this final, well, it's Beau Greaves who has got better and better as the event has gone on, really.
41.
Robyn Byrne, at times, looked a little tired, didn't she, in the scoring phase against Natalie Gilbert, but there wasn't much wrong with her finishing in that semi-final.
My major worry for Robyn in this final is how many chances she gets. Because the highest average she's actually had today is 76.4. Beau's biggest,
180,
is about 15 points more, and with the first 180 of the final from Beau Greaves, that almost
99.
proves the point that if Robyn doesn't lift the first 9 or the first 12, she could be in a lot of trouble.
180.
Yeah, because of darts like that. Right on cue from Beau Greaves. And I think it's fair to say we've seen a bit of everything, haven't we? From the small sample size we've had of Beau Greaves on the stream board this weekend. But it looks, well, I was going to say, as though she's left her best until last.
Just a tiny stumble.
100.
But Robyn is lurking here, just in case. 2 8s. She take a leg, she's dominated.
Game shot.
Yes, she can. The mere thought of Beau Greaves coming to Rosmarlin and not winning a title out of 4 events, inconceivable to most darts fans and everybody involved in the sport.
59.
If Robyn doesn't win this final, is it still a successful day, considering it would be a semi-final and a final?
I think so, absolutely. Even though
59.
she'd have obviously come into this final thinking, right, get that 3rd title and
60.
pretty much almost secure my passage through to Blackpool, which, when you look at that order of merit, it looks like she's going to be there anyway, but this would make things a lot more comfortable, wouldn't it?
Win or lose this final, if I were Robyn Byrne planning over the next few days, I'd be booking that ticket to Blackpool.
Yeah.
It would take something
140.
simply ridiculous to displace her the way the rankings are working. We know that Greaves is going to be there.
58.
Based on how the draw works, I don't see these two playing each other in the quarterfinals.
60. 100.
This is arguably the hardest game to play in a Women's Series weekend.
You might want to tell Beau Greaves that.
She's done the perfect weekend
100.
multiple times, like we referenced a little bit earlier. So maybe not winning any events leading up to this one.
140.
She might have a little bit more in the tank.
Double 16 for Beau Greaves.
Game shot.
And that is clinical, isn't it? Take a 2-0 lead in a race to 5.
These are the kind of darts that were being thrown against her by Gemma Hayter earlier on today.
96.
She had a couple of really great battles with Gemma. One loss earlier this morning and one victory in this tournament.
120.
And do you know what I think is really impressive as well for Beau Greaves? Is that the importance of the Women's Series may well have changed for her. We've talked
45.
a lot today about, you know, she's playing on the Challenge Tour, very successful there, incredibly successful on the Development Tour as well. So the Women's Series may have taken on a lesser
100.
importance in some regards for her. And she still has that hunger to be reaching the final of the last event.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because she's got such a lead at the top of the order of merit
58.
that she can afford to come here and relax a little bit, whereas at the Challenge Tour and Development Tour, she doesn't have that luxury. So she is under a little bit more rankings pressure.
98.
But it's getting to the stage where she's so used to being at the top of any rankings table that she's used to looking down on players in that sense.
37.
Not that she does in the other sense, because she's not built that way.
Well, she is quite tall. She looks down on me.
96.
Not even sure she's stopped growing yet. This one could be getting
41.
away from Robyn. There's a gulf in the averages, and this is what we feared a little bit earlier on. Double 8.
Game shot.
It is dominant. And this is turning into the best performance we've seen all weekend.
Yeah, Robyn Byrne yet to get a dart at double, which is exactly,
85.
as you mentioned, what we feared would happen in this final. So those numbers you see there for Robyn Byrne are just
73.
scoring.
Could be getting worse.
180.
Because somebody isn't slowing down. Somebody is playing like they've got a bus to catch. That average is climbing. When you consider how dominant
58.
Michael van Gerwen has been on the European Tour, he's won over 30 titles in that arena. Beau Greaves might overtake MVG
36.
when it comes to numbers of tournaments won when she wins Women's Series events. And that might happen this year.
44.
What she's amassing may never be caught.
I think she can afford to cut herself a little bit of slack
40.
with that visit. Even though it doesn't look like she's going to.
I don't think she will. I think her motivation right now is to win
98.
5-0. That is not a bad mindset to have. It means you don't switch off. Switch on for tops.
120.
Absolutely beside herself with rage at missing tops for that. Even though she's got a lead of 188 points.
58. Game shot.
Hasn't put a foot wrong, really. It's 4-0. She's barely missed a double. And Robyn hasn't even had a dart at one.
60.
Third victory in Women's Series for Robyn looks like a distant ambition.
140.
There are going to be times as a dart player where you're up against someone and your internal voice says, I can't beat this.
96.
But not many women who have competed here over the last couple of days could beat this.
96.
The last 3 games, Greaves has gone through Rihanna O'Sullivan, one of the best players in ladies darts. Gemma Hayter,
60.
one of the best players in ladies darts. Fallon Sherrick by 5 legs to 3. One of the best players in the world.
171.
Without sounding disrespectful at the minute, she's using Robyn Byrne as a canvas to paint a masterpiece.
63.
Double 8.
Game
And
shot
Beau Greaves
and a match.
does
And
paint
winner,
a
Beau
masterpiece to win a 34th Women's Series title and her first of the weekend. It has been a bit of a trudge over the last couple of days for Beau, but she saves her best for last to get her first Women's Series title in the Netherlands. An incredible performance, average of over 100. The doubles were impeccable, and she didn't afford Robyn Byrne one dart at a double in the entirety of the final. We're going to get a word with Beau Greaves in just a second, and she is with Abby Davies.
Beau Greaves, Women's Series title number 34. Just sum up your overriding emotion after coming through that final.
Yeah, obviously I'm happy to win. I've struggled all weekend, but it's nice just to, I suppose, just play steady and obviously come out the winner. I know Robyn didn't play as well as she can do, but yeah, just doubles went in and out.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've saved your best stuff for the very end, but have you felt comfortable on the board this weekend? What's been happening for you?
No, everything's just felt so hard, so everything just felt so tiring and like, everything just felt heavy. My arm felt, everything's at low or it's high and nothing's going in, or I just had no luck, and I just felt as if it wasn't my weekend. But obviously so happy to come out a winner there, but I was really, I was suffering. I was ready to lob my darts in the river, to be fair. So, yeah, I'm pleased.
But given the way you felt this weekend, you must deem it such a huge success to still come away with a title. Yeah,
obviously, but obviously it's not how I want to win them. Obviously, I like to play well, and I've been so inconsistent. I think yesterday I just summed up. I'd average 90 something and then average 70, and it's just terrible. It's not good darts for me. And, probably just lacking a bit of confidence, and yeah, everything just feels wrong when I'm throwing. But I'm getting over it. You know what I mean? Just trying to play through it, and just getting on with it. It's darts, isn't it? It's just what happens.
And there's a lot of talk about the schedule at the moment and how hectic it is. Obviously, for you, you've been playing Challenge Tour, Development Tour and Women's Series. So obviously opting not to play in the Players' Championship events this week. Do you feel that maybe you just need to give your arm and give yourself a little bit of a rest at the moment?
Well, yeah, obviously I won a Dev Tour, played quite well, and I just I woke up on the Saturday morning and something was wrong, and I just said, I'm not going to play the Pro Tour. I just didn't feel as if I felt as if I just wasn't ready to play it. I don't know what it was, and I just felt a lot of anxiety. I don't know what you'd say. I was dreading it, then rather looking forward to playing it, and obviously had a week at home, and I thought it would do me good, but if anything, I played worse. I don't know. I don't really know what to do, but obviously it's busy. But I like that. But it's what you sign up for, innit? And but it's just the inconsistency that's doing me. I hate it. It really does frustrate me. And I played okay there, but it's not the point. Is it? You want to play well, not all the time, but consistently enough to be able to think, okay. But yeah, I've been struggling recently. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they're just not going my way.
You mentioned those anxieties and having maybe a few questions that need answering at the moment. Who have you got? Who do you talk to about these things? Who can you go to for that bit of advice?
It's tough, obviously. I think my sister gets the brunt end of it, but I know when I'm not feeling right, and obviously with my diabetes as well, it's sometimes I just can't, it just gets the better of me, and it's tough. I've been to doctors before, and it has helped and it hasn't helped, and it's really tough. I suppose once you're in this environment, there's no escaping it. You have to get on with it. You have to play through it or whatever it is. And I have been on stream before where I have been struggling, and I know people are watching and all that. But I'm very used to that. But I suppose it's just talking about it. I think I talk to loads of people. I know when I come off the stream, I am raging. Most of the time I am. So people will know when I'm mad. But I talk about it a lot. Probably I will tell people when I'm feeling low, and this weekend has definitely been a low one for me. Yeah.
But I guess it's a reminder as well that you are still just 20 years of age. You're still working things out. You're still learning a lot, aren't you? Despite the fact that you are incredibly successful.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, people say to me all the time, like, even though you might not think you're playing well, but you are still so good and all that. But obviously, it's different when you're that sort of person. Obviously, it's obviously I have so much time for all the girls that play, but it's they know what I'm thinking, and yeah, they're so nice to me and stuff. But I just probably have too high an expectation for myself, and yeah, so I just think this week I've been so flat, and I've just been. But that annoys me more that I've been thinking that way other than just playing and enjoying it. But obviously, 2-in-1's been great, and I suppose it is a positive going into whatever I play next. There's so much dart, so it's just trying to be positive as possible. But it's tough when you're not playing well and you know your darts aren't feel. Even when I'm throwing, I just feel there's something wrong. Yeah, and I can't put my. That's what frustrates me more. That I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean? But just get on with it.
Well, hopefully you can take the positives from your 34th Women's Series title here in Rosmarlin this weekend.